All right. So there have been 10 Law Institutes in 9 years, beginning in 2014. I've had the distinct honor of being present at each one of those. I remember the very first one in Asheville, North Carolina. It was a smaller group of about 50 attorneys from the various procurement offices and attorney general's offices gathering. And at that point, it was really unknown as to whether or not the Law Institute would be continuing. Here we are 10 years later, celebrating the anniversary of Law Institute, now with Law Institute solidly as part of the programming for NASPO, and we couldn't be more excited than to see everybody in New Orleans this year.
As we celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Law Institute, look how it has evolved over the past 9-10 years. We have enhanced the content. We have increased the participation. We have greater understanding of the role that we each play to bring value to the members that we serve.
I think I've attended 8 out of the 10 years of Law Institute, if not 8, 7.
So I had the opportunity to attend Procurement Law Institute as the CPO of Maine, and I invited an attorney who had been out of law school just a couple of years. She was fairly new in her practice, and she had never worked for state service before.
Being a procurement attorney is a very specialized field, so being able to connect with other people who have that same experience and are, especially as the years pass, in increasingly great leadership positions is really important. We have the same sort of political challenges and the same challenges from a procurement law perspective.
It is absolutely critical to have a foundational relationship with the council within the state from the get-go. If only to ensure what we're putting before the vendor community is compliant with our code to the point of receiving and evaluating bids and making an award, and should we receive a challenge, the more informed they are, the better we partner with them, the better equipped they're going to be to protect us.
The benefit of having the foundational relationship with the attorney is that you've got someone in the trenches that you can trust, that they're going to give you the advice that you want to hear, but the advice that you need to hear. Because oftentimes we really don't want the advice that we need to hear, but knowing that person has the knowledge base to give you sound advice, as I used to tell them back in the day, that'll keep you out of stripes.
Procurement problems and challenges tend to arise and escalate very, very quickly. Having your attorney on speed dial, having an understanding of the process, how to mitigate some of the challenges, it is a key component in ensuring that the risk is successfully mitigated to the greatest extent possible.
So having legal and procurement in the same room together for 3 days is just a great opportunity to build those relationships and to make sure that you can trust, you respect each other. I think it's important, not just that the attorney gets to know the procurement officer, but vice versa, so that you know who you can rely on if there's a crisis, but also so that you can build better contracts, build better opportunities for professional development for both of you.
The relationship between the procurement office and their legal representatives has changed significantly over the years. Historically, legal was viewed more as a gatekeeper, as the office that said no. Increasingly, the procurement offices are looking to legal to be partners in the process, to help resolve issues, and to make sure that the procurement offices stay out of trouble as they go through their solicitations, their contract negotiations, and the like.
I think that procurement officers and attorneys sometimes tend to work in a vacuum, and having that forum or that medium to be able to exchange ideas, share lessons learned, and then from there build that partnership, that collaborative partnership to work in cooperation with each other, I think is one of the most vital importance of attending Law Institute.
Once again, in terms of elevating the profession, we have to stay current. We have to work collaboratively. The Law Institute in bringing those particular parties together to share content, to share concerns, to be aware of challenges, all of that should be very beneficial to, in returning to your states, to be more effective in the roles that you play in elevating the profession.